Well, greetings and welcome to the Blood Pressure Report. I'm Irv Childress, and this is the first of many installments. Today, we're going to talk about the title of the show. This show will contain many titles, excuse me, I should say many subjects, but today, our first subject will be blood pressure. And I got a couple of questions for you, a few questions. First of all, do you know what your blood pressure is right now? When was the last time you had your blood pressure checked? And do you know what normal blood pressure is? Keeping track of your blood pressure as you age becomes more and more challenging as your body becomes less tolerant to overindulgence of salt and other things. I learned this the hard way back in 2009. I was driving home from work one day and I felt like someone was actually had their hand on my heart and like just pressing with everything they had. And then my heart would, as it was beating, it would feel like it would like skip a beat. Well, needless to say, this scared the crap out of me. And when I got home from work, I asked my wife to take me to the hospital. I went to the hospital and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. A subsequent visit to the cardiologist revealed that my blood pressure was around 141 over 90 something. And this was shocking to me because I had lost a friend earlier that year, a friend of mine who was 1 year older than me, to 3 consecutive strokes. So immediately I went back to the gym. I started eating right, cooking my own food and everything. And within about 4 to 6 weeks, I had my blood pressure under control again. After a year of doing the right thing, life began to happen again. I began to get too busy to go to the gym, and I started getting too busy also to eat right. So the fast food started again, and the non-working out started again. And next thing you know, it feels like someone, and within months, within a year or so, it feels like someone has their hand on my heart again, pressing down like they're trying to stop it. And the heart starts jumping again. So this for me now is a new situation. I'm gonna reveal my age. I'm 46 years old, and things are happening to me that some of them are cool, and some of them are not so cool. This is one of the not so cool things, because high blood pressure is what you call a gateway drug, or just excuse me, a gateway drug, a gateway condition. Like marijuana is a gateway drug. It leads to other drugs, heavier, more drugs. High blood pressure leads to more difficult things being wrong with you. For instance, my friend, he passed away, God rest his soul, of 3 consecutive strokes. He struggled with his blood pressure for years. Blood pressure can lead to stroke, heart attack, and kidney failure, to name a few. So, what I want to do today is I just kind of want to bring some awareness to your blood pressure. We need to have a couple of things that we're going to attack today. Now, if you check your blood pressure as soon as you can, uh, see a doctor and get it checked. They even have blood pressure machines in the store like Walmart, the pharmacy. Sit down, take your blood pressure. Make sure you take about 2 to 4 readings to get a good idea of how you are. Make sure you sit there and relax a little while so you can make sure that your blood pressure is at an even, undisturbed rate. Now, once you find out where your blood pressure is, if it's a little elevated, I recommend that you see a doctor to work on that. I got a couple of tips for you once you do that. The first thing you do if you find out your blood pressure is a little high is you need to begin to prepare your own foods. The only way to control how much salt you're getting in your foods is to prepare your food yourself. The second thing you need to do is what I did was start an exercise regime. I don't know, excuse me, regimen. I don't know what it is about exercise, but exercise is almost like a natural drug for your body. The body was meant for moving, and you have to keep it moving. What I did was when my blood pressure was high, I used to lift weights, and I lift weights on and off, on and off. Well, now it has to become a part of my regular life. I try to make sure I have some cardio activity, where I'm riding either a bicycle, stationary bicycle, or I'm running on the treadmill, or I even go to a soccer field and run around the soccer field several times to keep my blood pressure in control, along with my weight training. Now that we got through all of that medical mom jaramba, but I just want you guys to know that you gotta take care of yourself. You are the only captain of your ship. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else will. And my friend, God rest his soul, Kyle Bird, He lost his life in 2009 to 3 consecutive strokes, as I said, and that was devastating to me. He was my friend, and I miss him dearly. And this show is actually dedicated to him. And now I want to end on a little lighter note. On Easter Sunday, I was riding down the street on the highway, on the Parkway, Garden State Parkway, y'all, New Jersey, whoo, and happened to see traffic had slowed down, and I was like, oh, well, why would traffic be slow on Easter Sunday? Well, obviously, there was an accident. And as I got closer and closer to the accident, I saw two cars on the tow truck, on the flatbed. The flatbed had a car on top, and there was a car in back. Well, as I passed the accident, I look in my rearview mirror, and I see both of those parties that were driving those cars in the front seat of the tow truck, along with the tow truck driver, because he was getting ready to leave. And I said to myself, man, that sure would get my blood pressure pumping if I was the guy who ran into the back of that person, now got to sit in the car and right next to him in the car. Or if I was the guy who stopped short and he ran into the back of me, and now he's sitting right next there to me. Well, what can I say? That thing will definitely get your blood pressure boiling. I'm Irv Childress. Thanks for listening to the Blood Pressure Report. God bless you and have a great day.